Hi everyone, my name is Dulat and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making eggplant parmesan. This is personally one of my favorites, and for those of you who don't like eggplant otherwise, will love it in this. The ingredients are very simple, there's not too many. The first thing that you will be needing is, of course, an eggplant. And they could be any, the smaller kind or this. I'm just going to use one because this is huge. But if you find like the regular sized ones, you'll probably need two. You'll need Parmesan cheese, ricotta cheese, garlic, onion, marinara sauce, any that you like, and spinach. Like I said, very simple, not too many ingredients. It's just that there's a few steps that you will have to take. The first thing that we'll be doing is cutting up the eggplant. Now, normally I used to cook it on the pan, but ever since I got an air fryer, I found that it's way easier to cook it in that. And it's very healthy. You don't have to cook it with oil. So first we're gonna cut it up, and I usually cut it up in large, like just in circles, and put some salt and pepper, and we're just gonna pop it into the air fryer, and I'll show you how to cut it. So the first step is to cut our eggplant. And you want to cut it about this thin. It's like a centimeter thin, and you want to do that the whole way across. And we're going to put it into a bowl and add some salt and pepper, and then it will be ready to go into the air fryer. Okay, we're adding salt to the eggplant, and you want to make sure it's well salted because otherwise it's just going to be a little bland. And then you want to add in your black pepper. You just want to mix it up every once in a while to make sure the ones on the bottom get a little love too. So we're going to add it to our air fryer. What setting I'm going to use, I'm going to put it to the fries setting and just let it cook for like 14 minutes, 15 minutes. But you do want to check because I feel like everyone's air fryers are different. And I don't want to say 15 minutes and then you get eggplant chips. So you want to just keep checking on it, flip it over every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I will show you when they're all done. So as the eggplant cooks in the air fryer, we're going to make the sauce right now. And in a pan, I put some olive oil, and we're going to add in some garlic. I cut it into like larger pieces. That's just how I like it. But if you don't like big garlic pieces, you don't need to put it in there, or just cut it up small. And I put it into cold oil because then the oil will be infused with garlic and they will both come to temperature together. If I put it into hot oil, like super hot oil, the garlic will start to burn right away. So this way the garlic has time to brown, the oil has time to be infused with the garlic. Okay, so now the oil has become hot and the garlic is starting to turn golden brown. You don't want to burn it, so this is when you really need to pay attention to the garlic. And as soon as you start seeing it turn golden brown, you want to add in your onions. If you see the fatter pieces of garlic, they're not golden, it doesn't really matter. You don't want to burn the smaller ones because that's going to give a really bitter taste. Okay, we added the onions. Now we're going to cook this until the onions turn a little translucent. That will probably be about 2 minutes. Okay, and when you start to see that the onions are translucent, you're going to add in your sauce. And if you like your sauce to be a little bit spicy, you can add in crushed red peppers. but I do not, so I'm not going to do that. I will add black pepper though. And some salt. We're gonna cook this maybe for another 30 seconds and we'll be done with the sauce. And I will show you how to make the ricotta cheese mixture. Well, I'll add in a little bit more sauce. There. Okay, and we're done. Okay, so the next step is making our ricotta cheese mixture. And we're just gonna use the whole tub of cheese. Okay, put that aside. We're gonna take the spinach, and probably gonna take about this much, and we're gonna just use it. I'm gonna use the stems as well, and you're gonna try to cut it up as small or as thin as you can. And then we're just gonna add it to the cheese. You just don't want huge spinach pieces. They will shrink in there. Okay. And we will also add black pepper and salt. You want to season every layer of this dish. You don't want to leave anything bland because then it's not good. I'm just gonna mix it in. Now from this, I can see that I do not need any more spinach. This is good enough for me, but you're more than welcome to either leave it out or add more, whatever you guys like. And once the eggplants are done cooking, the next step is to just assemble everything, and I will show you how to do that. Okay, so we took out our eggplant from the air fryer. They look like this, and they're not super crunchy or anything like that. You could tell they're well done when they start turning brown like this. It took them about 12 minutes to cook. And so what we want to do first is we want to add in our sauce on a pan. And I'm only adding a little bit because you don't want anything to stick on the glass. And just add a little layer. And we're going to just put in our eggplant. Just layer it however you want. Okay. You just want to make sure it's all filled. And once you have it about just like this, you want to add in your cheese. So this is where it's gonna, the first layer is always a little bit weird because it's gonna move around. So I just usually start putting a little bit on the pieces itself, instead of like trying to spread it all around like right away. So, and once you get the first layer done, then it's a lot easier. It's just, the first one just has everything just go everywhere. This eggplant is enough for 2 layers. So that means that we're gonna have this layer of eggplant, then we're gonna have the ricotta cheese, then I'll add the sauce. Then we're gonna have eggplant again, then ricotta cheese one more time, and then the sauce for the topping, and that's when we're gonna add the Parmesan cheese. And I'll show you like how I just spread it. So I'll just hold it down, just stop it from going everywhere. And Just like that. That's what you want to do. And it doesn't look the best, but it's gonna taste good. Okay. And if you need more, you can add more. But ricotta cheese is pretty strong, so you don't want to add too much. And if you don't add enough, then your eggplant's gonna dry up. And you're gonna have to add more sauce to fix that. This is where you can go like this. And as you can see, I'm doing it very slowly. So patience is key. You don't wanna dump all of the ricotta cheese on there and just go from there. Okay, that looks like it's good to me. We're gonna add the sauce. And you don't wanna be like super stingy with it. Make sure you add enough on there. And spread that around. Make sure to get the corners because that is where it will start to dry up first. So that is where you want to make sure you add it. So I just finished doing all of the layers in the eggplant parmesan. The last one is to add your Parmesan cheese to the top. And here's where you can add as much or as little as you want. You do want a good layer. And I'm just making sure that it's covered nicely. Okay, and we are done adding the cheese. Next, you want to add this to the oven at 375 degrees for about 30 minutes or until the cheese is all melted and it's golden brown. And when it is done, I will show you what it should look like. And there it is. That is my eggplant parmesan recipe. The eggplant parmesan was in the oven for 35 minutes and it was cooking at 375 degrees. And as you can see, the cheese is all golden brown and everything. And it's a great vegetarian option. I do hope you guys make it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.